I worry about the Rift. It's not supposed to gobble up Arcadia for years, and I'm sure something else will kill you way before then.
We pulled a good harvest. Doc Tinsley's going to be pleased. But if we could hunt for the other beast before bringing this specimen back to her, I'd be much obliged. Anyhow, was there something you needed, Commander? How personal are we talking? Couldn't say. I was in it all of 2 days before my graft started festering. Before that, I was an infant. I would have continued serving on the front line in my commanding when I Look, I knew dismissal. Oh, If nothing else, of course I do. Anyhow, I would rather return to the matter at hand. Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate got a difference in opinion. The Protectorate believe they can't be bloodied. We think otherwise. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
stretched.
Lay low, Commander. Medic's orders.
Got a distraction for you. I'm the one you need to worry about.
closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
I may be deluded, but you're lucky you ain't dead. Seeing how she seems partial to using her friends as victims.
Does she? It occurs to me that you have provided no proof of what you're accusing her of.
Why don't you take a long look at me? This is all because she betrayed us. Her team, her friends, even the one whose life she saved in Triangulum.
By the architect. You're Niles, aren't you? She mentioned you a few times, but refused to elaborate. All I knew was that she was fond of you, and that you were dead.
She was fond of me? Then why? Why would she try to kill me?
I can't say, but it may be one of the things she anguished over. An anguish I fear finally overwhelmed her, and could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action. I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible. But I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. Just a religion driven by algorithms, maths, predictions of the future. They believe they will eventually solve the universal equation and know everything, rid humanity of uncertainty. No. But it had to be someone's fault, right? The Protectorate couldn't possibly have failed to safeguard the colony. And they had to answer the accusations the Order leveled at them. We became friends when she... well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an Arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could. We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others. She even continued to sign her messages, "See you in the equation." It's all so confusing. What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that, too.
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me. No. Nearest I could surmise, she'd left just prior to the fall of Fairfield. I'm ashamed to admit, I did break into her safe. She used the same code for everything. 15-778.
That sounds like it could be her agent identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. That's all I can ask.
Eden's hinterlands would be more pleasant if Auntie didn't airdrop them raptidons willy-nilly. Sure makes getting from A to B a pain.
Blame Spacer's choice. They're the ones who first weaponized the livestock in such a manner. Auntie just acquired and rebranded the idea when she came to Tau Ceti.
Right.
This stretch runs between Fairfield and the Eastern Forward Operating Base.
I heard you all bred the rabbit for diet two-pace and such originally. Only taught him to heal and kill later.
Ain't sure who you all is referring to. Me? I prefer for the raps to stay wild. Free. They're better off out here than in cages in a cargo hold.
Better for them, sure. Not so much for us.
Careful, friend. Reckon there might be a few loose raptidons wandering around. Note that Auntie's traits ain't liable for raptidon-based injuries when they're moving around.
Carr mentioned this place once. Trained up arbiters to kill without remorse. Hate to think what that education entailed.
You hear that? Sounds like a dragoon tromping about. I don't fancy making its acquaintance.
Law damn. This won't make it easy for us.
Let's get him over with!
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
And I'll take care of it, Commander.
Practicing some battlefield medicine. Medkit coming your way.
Appreciate a little help, Commander. Gotta fix me up first.
Back in business. Pick me up. I'd do it for you. Back in business. Little pick-me-up for you. Commander, you're bleeding.
Light splashing before my eyes, Commander. Revive me. The Sovereign.
always been curious about the kind of training that'll produce an Arbiter. Can't imagine it's pleasant. You hear that? Sounds like a Dragoon tromping about. I don't fancy making its acquaintance.
Law damn. Turrets won't make it easy for us.
Let's get him over with! Get me in! Help me out!
Medkit coming your way! Help me end this fight on my feet! Back in business!
Way forward is through! Let me know when you need a distraction. Hit him hard! Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Commander, just waiting.
Get me in! Help me out! Just say when.
Lay low, Commander. Medic's order. Trouble ahead.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Trouble ahead.
Contact reestablished.
Need to ask for help, but help?
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Moving in.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472.
Oh, great. A 472. Been a while since I had to dodge bullet spray.
Word is Milver Street is ordering a watch on the Protectorate survivors in Westport. Once any changes reported. I hate that kind of work. It always sounds like so much effort. That kind of thing ain't even on my contract. Milver Street is offering bits rewards for anything an import we can tell them. What I do love this. Come on, friend. Let's go.
We think there is no freedom without freedom.
Non-kill.
Set our lamps on something juicy from
It is here that we thrive. It's out there they all fail. We must trust our community. It's only then that we prevail as one perfect union. A simple people so whole to be right and unbreakable.
Scout report.
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
Excellent. At ease, Scout. Glad to hear that they haven't managed to repair it, even if Command has temporarily put the actual fighting to a stop.
Side by side.
This is Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Social guidance and approved messaging, punctuated by acceptable music.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network. To govern it, the matriarch, working with and through the sovereign, devised the paradigm.
There must be at least a few usable parts in here. Ah, it's warped. Just like everything else.
Bounty for all. Naturally,
Hello there.
sometimes challenges
You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris?
species can unbalance even the most robust ecosystem.
Westport stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. I need to find some parts to convert some of our automechanicals, non-combat parts. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Auntie's bombs sure take their toll, don't they? Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and malfunctioning automechs from the Vox station to the Automech Repair Center to the south of here. The center is... Say, you don't work for Auntie's, do you? This is beginning to feel more than a little like you're digging for intelligence. Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech Repair Center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to the repair center, hence my need to scavenge. Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been kind to it. To any of us. True enough. A few years ago, I couldn't have imagined us running short of anything. And now here I am, digging through scrap for parts. But I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt, you understand? Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and malfunctioning automechs from the Vox station to the Automech Repair Center to the south of here. The center is... Say, you don't work for Auntie's, do you? This is beginning to feel more than a little like you're digging for intelligence. Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech Repair Center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to the repair center. Yes and no. The bombs, which is made, nor are the troopers who should have been escorting this. These were stalwart defenders of the Protectorate we're talking about here. Not the spineless stumble. No. Some other unfortunate fate has befallen them. Could have been any manner of terror brought up. Likewise.
Person sleeping at their station. Reporting them will only help improve their dedication. If you see a person with questions much too deep, go and tell on them while they are peacefully asleep. Celebrate the good ones, turn in those who stole. It be a no simple thing to do. Be the merry one who makes the call.
What do you mean you're leaving? Shift over. Have a like a nice place, you know. Outside our lab? No.
Coming up on some foes.
Excuse me?
Let's get them over with. Let me know when you need a distraction.
Every old rifle. It's what we all strive for.
Superior protection. Protectorate products.
For subjects of the Protectorate, every meal is a splendiferous feast that's delightfully delicious, nourishing, and nutritious.
But what, you might wonder,
Commander, watch your vitals! Appreciate a little help, Commander!
Cows who are fed the highest quality grain and sing soothing lullabies.
Target relocated!
Provided by the sovereign's personal butchers and
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
Somebody cover me or what?
Those guards are mighty agitated, and some are wearing gas masks. Yeah, something ain't right.
Turning in your relatives, your friends, your peers, and more. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for. Celebrate the turning in. It's what we all strive for.
Right here. We should be cautious.
It's what we all strive for.
gather around the receiver with your neighbors. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless, your trusted source for wholesome melodies and inspiring reports on community goings-on.
Every component is vital. Each part supports the paradigm. Each of us is required to operate at peak efficacy so the system can function precisely, without error, like clockwork. Our duty gives us purpose, but it's an immense responsibility. Luckily, it's a shared one. We all rely upon each other to discern if we're lagging, or our zeal seems lacking, or just appear off somehow. Even the slightest drop in performance in such an intricately designed
Ready to waste it on your command.
down the line. So remember, to inform on your neighbor is a blessing. A quick mental turn is a key. Tip-top shape. When you return from the mental refreshment center, they will surely thank you for it.
The insides were leaking outside, Commander.
Now you know all you need to know, so on you go.
Trouble ahead. Little pick-me-up for you.
The idea is to kill them before you go. No agent left behind. Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander. Lights flashing before my eyes, Commander. Revive me.
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Still angry.
a small sampling of
A dead lab worker, unarmed. Could be they were trying to interfere with the others, but to what end?
Cure blankets the mind with soothing numbness you'll feel from load to load. And it only marginally impairs motor skills. Delegate operation of heavy machinery to Automex after imbibing.
Well, that was thoroughly enriching. Let's continue. Long ago, the Matriarch devised the Paradigm Plan to support a bounteous life for all Protectorate subjects. From the tender fillet in your latest meal, down to this exquisite next song.
Together standing proud, never a sedimentary crowd. Falling fast, built to last, perfectly fitting the paradigm plan. A roll to play, not rolling away, watching as
Dismiss what the hell do you do?
Press the G. Record.
Programming played at a reasonable volume. You're listening to Protectorate-sanctioned wireless. Hark, your unneeded reminder that the system provides for your every need. Not just an abundance of nourishment, but also power. Consider the Protectorate Wind Tower. Stare in amazement at this technological wonder, based on a schematic devised in a single afternoon by the Sovereign. It generates unlimited electrical current to our flawless facilities, such as the Vox Relay communications platform. Far more energy than the Vox requires. Much is held in reserve. How foolish of the corporatist invaders to think they stand a chance against such technology. Surely this proves the superiority of our system.
Well then, moving on.
Here's a little number to get your feet tapping and your mind meditating on the perfection of Protectorate society.
I wouldn't give for a big bowl of Purple Berry Crunch right now. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
What in the where now?
Sanctioned Wireless presents I, Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rot of dangerous thought. I, Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the sovereign, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on I, Red Cloak, our hero was betrayed and whisked to the consumerist den of Auntie's Choice, strapped to their brutal brand loyalizer. Will she survive Auntie's barbaric imitation of our perfect mental refreshment process? Thrill to her daring display of defiance in Episode 3, Brand Disloyalty.
Any final words about your precious perfect community, or your sovereign or paradigm as such before we flip on the loyalizer at Red Cloak?
Nothing appropriate to say in front of the younger neighbors.
Younger neighbors? What gibberish are you spouting?
We in the Protectorate speak as if everyone...
Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate got a difference in opinion. The Protectorate believe they can't be bloodied. We think otherwise. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Loyalizer.
Being this close to DeVries feels like we're finally on track to set the universe aright. Anyway, need something, Commander?
The machine is operational. All right?
Wait, are you asking me?
The Loyalizer should be interposing your motivationators, churning up your base emotions, resurfacing deep-rooted inadequacies. It should be smarting something fierce right now.
Whatever you say.
Increase the Loyalizer setting to 510%.
Now I'm starting to sense something. It's a bit much.
Ah, yes. I knew the pain would penetrate your spirited facade.
No!
Hey, easy with the fratricides.
Oh, that goes a long way. But if you breathe through your mouth, this contraption's actually kind of soothing. Does it go higher?
Set to maximum loyalization. 1010%! What happened? Why'd the thing stop?
Your machine tried to break me. I broke it instead.
That's impossible! It was supposed to kill your impulse control. To whet a soul-gnawing appetite, you can only feed with useless goods but never satisfy.
Hey, yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Have a Sprat Crest, Red Cloak. They help.
How did you do it, Red Cloak? How did you resist the Loyalizer's Greedence galvanizers? Its temptation intensifiers.
You cannot tempt someone who already has everything.
A squared plus B squared equals mass times acceleration equals force equals 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 2.
It's the Order. They've come to take Red Cloak and me away. And right on time. Hey, you folks want some Sprat Crisps?
You've arrived early, exemplars. You're not supposed to pick up Red Cloak until next Tuesday.
We come at the predicted hour, not a moment too soon by the look of things, to recover Red Cloak, unspoilt by your meddling, for our monetary agreement with Auntie herself.
Hey, your spy Dunning here. I'm the one who lured Red Cloak to Auntie's clutches and brokered this deal. It's a real win-win. Big payday for Auntie's Choice, while the Order gets to study Red Cloak. See the effects of abundance on the human brain unadded by want or overthinking.
The deal is off. Red Cloak's resistance to the Loyalizer has
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived.
We consumerists
you
wish to
must be
her
affected as
neighbors
well.
in the Protectorate, if you will have us.
Gladly. I welcome you on behalf of the Sovereign. Zealous new neighbors in Auntie's Choice, raise your arms against these horrible traitors.
Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmid Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
Brandished by her traitorous former partner, who finds himself staring down the barrels of Red Cloak's new corporate allies. Will Red Cloak defuse this standoff?
Yes, tragedy has befallen a number of my subordinates. I will trust you not to make light of such heart-rending events. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment. Assuming success, your fee will be based on the length of your involuntary impressment. dangers from exposure to undisclosed hazards, etc. Should be quite fair. Don't focus so much on monetary compensation. Think of the goodwill you'll earn with Auntie's Choice. We have vision and we are going places, this project especially. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Just so. You seem no stranger to this type of work, eh? Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions? Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left. When he failed to return, they'd clearly be... Well then, anything else before we proceed? Our lab's focus is the utilization of local flora, but as much as I'd love to natter on, we'll need two things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally... After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. How exceedingly fortunate. Just one thing left to gather, then. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here. Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Pretty convenient that he only managed to save himself from the spores. Still, we ought to fix this before it spirals more out of control.
That one was requested by the Consul for everyone's neighbor Prudence. How neighborly of him.
As Eden offers a plenitude of natural resources, our station presents a profusion of pleasing melodies, like this one.
Let's skip the diplomacy.
Not open my trust issues, Commander.
Take him out!
Programming in line with the paradigm. This is Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times. The paradigm requires it. That's why mental refreshment is so important.
Only the Protectorate possesses the advanced technology and know-how behind the mental refreshment process.
Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate got a difference in opinion. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
The mental refreshment process increases tractability, stifles undue agitation, stymies untoward inclinations, and refashions the mind into a thing of symmetry.
I've had my fill of wrangling spores. This should be enough for the antidote.
Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law. And now this.
Next up, music to invigorate your mind, so you can serve the greater good at a brisk pace, with a true adherence zeal.
From me.
When the outside tries its best to disrupt us, and the sentinels will always heed the call. It's a blessing for us here, but a curse for those who near. Sending the sentinels for us all. When faithless subjects try to corrupt us, our guardians will always make them fall. The heroes of the hour.
Hit him hard!
Sending the sentinels for us. Sending, they always win. Sending the sentinels for us all.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
La 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 la. When the outside tries its best to invade us, our paradigm preserved when they fight and die and serve. Send in the sentinels for us all. Whether inside or out, there is never a doubt. Send in the sentinels for us all. Send in the sentinels for us all. La 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 la.
Abundant entertainment delivered with
My most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our field work progressing? Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly coerced the first gormless dunderhead who walked by and found you. Lucky. Now, first things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me, right here, in the slot below my intercom.
These choice brand food items.
You might not know it, but prohibited products like Purple Berry Crunch are a gateway to the collapse of society.
Sugar is the definition of selfishness and decadence.
Preservatives are synonymous with avarice and evil.
So ignore the sinful siren's call of Auntie's Choice product advertising. Eat only from the bounty of
Insert
Arcadia.
that data cartridge for me.
Stay fit.
In the slot
Sustain
below
the
my
system.
intercom.
Serve
Insert
the
that data
sovereign.
cartridge for me.
It's not only
in the
common
slot
sense,
below my intercom.
it's your sworn duty.
Now, on to other matters. Another song in an expertly curated playlist, picked out explicitly for you.
Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Well, it's a textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum. Although, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the reptile brain into such a flurry. None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable. But where there's a will, there's a way to make a profit. Honestly, this whole process is 1 part scientific testing, 2 parts improvisation, and a dash of pure, undiluted panache. Exactly what we do best. Well, so normally I'd say perfection can't be hurried, but, there. I have determined the ideal counter. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it.
To mystery known, such opportunity for those who would atone, perishing self without complaint or will, our nation's strongest stone, warrior Arcadia,
I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote? Nice try. But you don't possess nearly the negotiating power. Not when I can simply bide my time and wait for another gormless dunderhead to stumble by. Why, let that thick-headed boob amble off with your reward. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit bonus for your superlative performance. Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain, short. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Omid Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's Choice. Be seeing you.
Now let's admire these commendable comestibles. Every cog requires routine lubrication. Stave off wear and tear with your regular allotment of Moderation Vodka. It's the perfect libation to imbibe in celebration of daily service done well. Moderation Vodka, distilled with zeal. Such perfect products, the envy of our rivals. But let's not gloat. The following song was composed, performed, and recorded under the explicit direction of the Sovereign, and as such, reflects his excessively high standards.
Our system is sublime, the best ever to be had. Its perfection perfected. Our paradigm is, I was glad. To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a cause.
The biological samples within the remains outside are no doubt deteriorating rapidly. I may have to recreate this.
To inform on your neighbor is thoughtful. If their zeal shows deficiency, quick mental tune-ups may be all that they need to resume peak efficiency. You're the center of our system. You're what fuels our mighty flame. We share successes and failures, even when you're to blame. It is here that we thrive. It's out there they all fail. We must trust our community. It's only then that we prevail as one perfect union. A simple people so whole, to be right and unbreakable. That is our ultimate goal. We all trust in each other. By rules we abide, working as commanded to
Experiment somewhere else.
Protectorate Sanctioned Wireless presents Red Cloak, the reassuring adventures of a mysterious sentinel who roots out the rotting dangerous thought. I, Red Cloak. Her sentinel senses ever keen, the eyes of the Sovereign, watching you, your neighbors, your household pets, ensuring all subjects live in perfection, lockstep with the paradigm. Previously on I, Red Cloak, our hero revealed her sentinel partner Dunning as a turncoat, only to become ensnared deep in enemy territory. Now she has been whisked to Auntie's Choice headquarters, with only her keen sentinel wits to save her. Thrill to her unflagging zeal in Episode 2, The Customer is Always Dead.
Welcome to Auntie's Choice head office, Red Cloak. I trust you are duly impressed.
What?
I said, welcome to Auntie's Choice head office, Red Cloak.
Speak up!
Mute the corporate anthem, please!
Better. How do you base individualists promote a sense of community when you can't monitor what each other is saying at all times?
You'll learn to appreciate our society and its obsession with cheaply produced wares soon enough, Red Cloak. Care for a package of Auntie's Choice Sprat Crisps while we wait?
I'd rather starve. Wait for what?
Why for you to abandon your precious community? To put your silly paradigm in your rear display and embrace a lifestyle of wanton consumerism.
Ha! We'll be waiting an eternity, corporate fiend. I'll never turn my back on the Sovereign.
Our marketing experts predicted you would say that. Middle managers, bring out the brand loyalizer.
What is that barbaric contraption?
Think of it as our answer to your mental refreshment. Only it's 110% more effective and 120% cheaper to operate. Also has 130% more crabwitch scent. 1 minute in the brand loyalizer and you'll emerge new and improved. Bowing down to the almighty bit, a needy, greedy, consummate consumer in our target market.
Whatever you're peddling, I'll never purchase.
I suppose a demonstration is in order. Lower managers, bring in Red Cloak's turncoat companion, Sentinel Dunning. Strap him into the brand loyalizer.
No. You were supposed to deliver both Red Cloak and I to the Order unharmed. It was stipulated in our contract, paragraph 16, subsection J. We had a deal.
Sentinel Dunning, you fool. These people honor their bargains no more than you honored your sworn duty to the Sovereign.
Silence, Red Cloak. It will be your turn soon enough. Dunning, try not to squirm. The loyalizer has many moving parts and can be a bit imprecise.
Hey, what are you doing? No! Stop!
Engage the transducers. Loyalization settings at 110%. Right now, the loyalizer's impulse voiders are interposing Dunning's higher and lower cerebral motivationators, rearranging his upper story, hitting him with quite the sales pitch. Pretty snazzy, eh? Sure, the loyalizer's industrial design ain't up to snuff, but the unit is scalable. Home version comes out next quarter. Materialistic fun for the whole family. Dunning's done. How do you feel, young former Protectorate Sentinel?
Fine. A little obsessed with material goods and needless services, I guess. Also have a hankering for crabwitch. Got anything devoid of nutritional value I can snack on?
Certainly. Consume these Auntie's Choice Sprat Crisps. Quite fresh. Extruded from the chemical slurry vats just last year. Very well. It's Red Cloak's turn in the loyalizer. Lower middle managers, strap her in.
No need. I'll enter your crude machine willingly and without trepidation. The eyes of my neighbors and our benevolent sovereign are upon me, lending me strength.
We'll just see about that, Red Cloak. Go on, get in there. Remember to keep your arms and legs inside the loyalizer at all times. Engage the transducers. Loyalization settings at 210%.
And so our hero Red Cloak faces her greatest challenge yet, locked in a chamber of consumerist horrors. Will the brand loyalizer shake her faith in the paradigm? Of course not. Who would even entertain such a thought? A dramatic escape is afoot in the next episode of I, Red Cloak. It's obligatory listening wireless entertainment.
The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources represent a fascinatingly complex ecological network.
way forward is through! Let me know when you need a distraction.
Sprint. Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the Sprague race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, the crabble skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
Commander, just say when.
I wouldn't give for a big bowl of purple berry. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
This looks like the place. Oh, I haven't felt this high-strung since Horizon Point. Just hope he's here.
Niles.
Howdy, Zeb. You look... well.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters. And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off? So you're the one responsible for the severity of Niles' injuries. You ordered him to remain behind on a fruitless recovery effort. No. I only dealt with the bloody aftermath. So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine. That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
I ought to be flattered you think me capable of storming an entire facility on my lonesome. But that just ain't reality. There was nothing I could do, even if I wanted to. I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the Consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting...
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra? Fuck! It's all coming apart.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized the mission to... Without that cipher, the intelligence is... If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please. Do you think me unaware of that obvious fact? But as I said, these are my friends. This...
Sounds like a mission for two of the Earth Directorate's best. Don't you think, Commander?
It has to do with the location of a vault, rumored to house the Protectorate's greatest technological advancements, including its skip drive designs.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Voxus landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know, and do exercises.
Not to worry.
Yes?
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Then let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften. I'll answer what I can. If you must know, the woman who were... Then I met Niles. Stop there. I know... The Crabbles? They keep people away who might otherwise stumble into my operation here? Ah, of course. Hogarth and his unfortunate charges... I do believe that one day, the...
always put your hands on other people's things?
As the mind and the body needs things like deep-fried Sisti bits and mock apple shakes all day, every day. Come see Auntie, dearies. Auntie cares about you just a little bit more.
Okay, back to business. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner, and my terms are quite straightforward. Yes, uncomplicated loner, and my rates are never lower. If there's a cost you can't complete, or your ends just won't quite meet, I can lend you all the bits you'll ever need. But the loan that you request includes compound interest, in addition to my standard service fees. Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner, and my rates are never lower.
Oh, I am known through all Arcadia as the uncomplicated loner. And my dear, you know my terms. They are really quite straightforward. Oh yes, everybody knows that I am indeed the uncomplicated loner. And to keep things simple, you can be sure that my rates will never, no, they'll never, ever be lowered.
If there's a cost you can't complete, or your ends just won't quite meet, I can lend you all the bits you'll ever need. But the loan that you request
includes compound interest, in addition to my standard service fees. Oh, I am the uncomplicated loner. Uncomplicated loner. And my terms are quite straightforward. Though my deals aren't quid pro quo, and my interest rates aren't low, I'll be keeping track till you pay back every single bit you owe. 'Cause I am the uncomplicated loner.
That last selection has been scientifically proven to increase productivity, improve morale, and soothe all manner of mental malady in the listening workforce. At least in the lab. Not responsible for night sweats, abnormal bone growth, or prolonged glossolalia. Thank you so much for tuning in to the one wireless station in Arcadia that doesn't tell you what to think, only what to buy.
Round the year of 55.
Fulfill our duty to the
On
Protectorate.
Old House 85.
We're all in this together.
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore.
The matriarch chose Eden because she...
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Hogarth. Milver Street reckons he's the key to converting this town. Let's bring him the good news of Auntie's choice, shall we?
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate. Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
Or the base individualists within Auntie's choice. Round sludge flooded the plate. So don't fret. The system is resilient. The system abides. But now, more than ever, we must all do our part to maintain it. Keep doing your job with pride. Keep informing on your neighbors. Save but prudence dictates we give it a little extra added zeal for now, just to offset any... But they...
Salutations! This is TV Milver Street Fairfield with a special one-time free offer for all Protectorate subjects and without earshot. What do I provide? Information. Did you know that at Auntie's Choice, we don't pre-select your assignment at birth? It's true. No computronic doodads, no permanent rules, just good old-fashioned freedom. In fact, the former Protectorate subjects now abiding in Fairfield are free to choose any vocation they like.
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
Unfettered personal freedom pervades every aspect of...
Got something on my mind. Did you hear that message over the loudspeakers? About choosing your chosen profession? That Milver Street fellow said in Fairfield you can, if I understood correctly, opt for any job you show proficiency. Could that truly be true? Or is it a base falsity foisted by Auntie's choice to, you know, undermine Protectorate subjects' unflagging resolve?
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Remember, Auntie knows.
You don't say. Huh. So it's only here with our, perfect society that it works our way. How, fortunate for us all to benefit from such judicious guidance.
Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous idiots.
That's a right intriguing proposition. If it weren't for Vigilant Hogarth, I do believe I'd scupper off to, well, you know where. Yeah. You convince him,
Offer you direction, meaning. Purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave.
Why do those advertisements never stop? They never stop. Surely there is nobody in Auntie's Choice that hasn't managed to memorize them by now. The Sovereign provides. The system.
We reject individualism, separately and together.
I need to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's Choice.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer. Auntie
Hold up there, friend. Watch out. That way's a minefield.
I'm in danger. I'm a get up and go getter. Whoosh! That's the sound of me throwing caution to the wind. While the herd wait for permission, I see my opportunity and take it. I handmake my own luck.
What's their secret? I wish I could be more like them.
Don't follow the herd. Each Burberry Crush by Auntie's Choice. Every flavor filled morsel is tagged with the depth and pertinacity you need to succeed. Are you a get up and go getter? Auntie's Choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Jaw.
Hello. Come here often. Goodbye. This unit, enjoy.
Plainly to the citizens of the Protectorate. This war has forced you into an untenable position. You have no water. You have no food. Your medical supplies dwindle as your roofs threaten to collapse atop you. And plead though you may, your sovereign is silent. This suffering cannot continue. Listen to your hearts. Come to Fairfield, bastion of the weary, and join the winning side. I shall await you with open arms.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's Choice. The stamen of a typical Arcadian Titan flower, or Colossicus arum, is responsible for dumping several pounds of dander into the local atmosphere. Multiply that by the dozens surrounding most settlements, and many other flowering megafloras native to the colony, and you have a recipe for gunky-eyed, doodle-on,
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan. He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for fish, which offers us more to eat, which gives us the strength to build new houses.
But then, how do I cook the fish?
Stay true, outsider. Stay true, outsider.
Well, it's infected. Redstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting. You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. Oh, we've all heard about Auntie's Choice grafting labs. Only cost you an arm and a leg. So I could profit greatly from the suffering of others, could I? The Protectorate, each of us has a vital part to play. If we remain resolute, we'll have harmony and luxury. And that, my friend, the blame for all our present ills rests square. Now, I'm afraid I've little time to school you further on such matters. If you've got... Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something.
My extra parts aren't side effects. That's your implication. And anyhow, I should think some minor side effects would be preferable to dying.
Honestly? Well, I'm a reasonable judge of character, and you seem upright. On behalf of my guess outsiders are... This is a good start, but I fear it won't last long. Wouldn't happen... They'd sell to us? Those medicaments you gave us before? No, never. You must think me easily hoodwinked. Our societies are sworn enemies. This is dangerous talk, friend. We've already been branded Not seeing a wealth... The abandoned section of Westport ought to have some supplies. Should be enough medicaments down there to help our injured survive the trip to Fairfield. It's perilous, though. Well now, that should do nicely. I recognize these The one last additional thing we'll need is for Vigilant Hogarth to agree to it. It's less a concern about I'll surely have my hands full with my patients. See you when I... People have been complaining about those ads playing. I'm inured to all manner of hollering.
Why must these vapid advertisements forever bounce around my brain pan?
Prudence dictates we leave the burden of thought to our betters.
You've returned.
Choice is in the name.
That endless yattering is more insipid than I'd imagined.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence, now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please, let me offer you some victuals. Dut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance. Pshaw! I've no desire to speak of the current state of Fairfield, no less the Auntie's Choice riffraff controlling. Why, I cannot fathom any of my people or I even contemplating defecting the Protectorate, let alone for that cesspool of inanity. Because we of the Protectorate believe in something. We dream, we aspire, together. Auntie's Choice would replace amity and purpose with want. The endless, and well, as I said, we stand together. Even now, our community gives its all with grace. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved. Its people given a what?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
What's their secret? I wish I could be more like them.
Don't follow the herd. Eat Purpleberry Crunch by Auntie's Choice. Every flavor-filled morsel is packed with the pep and burnt.
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcement we're obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's Choice saboteurs.
I want to speak plainly to the citizens of the Protectorate.
Well, obviously, we've forsaken our... Now, either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot. My linguistic embellishments are somewhat responsible. I owe it to every single person here to try.
Listen to your heart.
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any harm. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider. Well, that's what's I have the aid. Despite that vacuous nonsense blaring from our loudspeakers, we are still able to see to our subjects' needs. We have a generator to power our mechs. I don't know. Look, I've entertained these fool notions of yours long enough. I have a brighter future in mind for Westport, one you can help with, in fact, rather than dwelling on dark maybes and scenarios of worst imagining.
From Arcadian allergens of all kinds. Use Falderall's mollifying demulcent and breathe easy once again. Falderall, the most...
Not the first to question my judgment, nor the last, I suppose. Let us talk plainly. What would it take to secure your aid? Certainly. What would you like to know? If I can return the settlement to a reasonable, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me. Hence my use of the term. It's a gamble, no arguing that. But anything else is simply giving up and waiting for the end. What sort of payment do you seek? Don't imagine we have enough to lead and inspire those who work there. Once at least. I was previously the ranking vigilant on this difficult place to saunter into. Stations off in exchange for the... Never dream of such a proposal in days of reason and quietude. Yet such is the wonderful. The parts to get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here. Farewell now.
This makes a green for it. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives Division has proudly announced its latest innovation. Slurrylose, a flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial facilities, chemical plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so...
Hey, Commander. Could I have a word with you real quick? I hope you're not seriously considering helping the Protectorate here. I know these folks seem on the down and out, but we're as like to do more harm than good by siding with them. I'm not in favor of one party over the other. It just worries me that we might be involving ourselves in something we have no business in. Your heart's rightly placed, Commander, But past experience has taught me that sometimes helping causes more harm than good. That's all I'm getting at. Given the condition of this place, I'd assume no shortage of willing spirits eager for. Before you make a decision one way or the other, let's ask.
She'll give you some new